Dear student, today I am going to start the lesson number 3, whole numbers of class 6 maths textbook. In this chapter, we will learn about whole numbers. You can see I have written different types of number on the board: integers, natural numbers, and whole numbers. Look at the number line of integers. First of all, let us read the definition for integers. What are called integers? The negative numbers. You can see the negative numbers on the number line. The negative numbers, 0, you can also see 0, and the natural numbers together are called integers. And you can see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. to infinity. This all will be natural number. Together with negative number, 0, and the natural number together, all these numbers are called integers. So in this chapter, we are not going to study about integers. We will study integers in the next chapter. So for now, I will wrap this part. So we are not going to learn now integers. Now look at the board. We will start from natural number. Let us read the definition for natural number. Natural numbers. Counting numbers are called natural numbers. See, whenever we count anything in our daily life, number of sweet, number of books, number of pen, number of pencil, etc., we always start from 1. Suppose I have 2 socks. So I will count like this: 1, 2, like that. I have 2 socks. But I will not say that 0, 1, 2, like that. I will not start from 0. We will always start from 1. So that is natural. That is why we include natural number, only those number which we start from 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. to infinite. These all numbers we include in natural number. You can see there is no 0 in the natural number line. This is the natural number line. There is no 0. You can see no 0. Now let us move to the next number, that is whole numbers. Let us read the definition. The natural numbers together with 0 are called whole numbers. See, in whole numbers there must be natural number, which we have already discussed here. You can see natural number start from 1. In whole number there should be natural numbers, and together one more number we include, that will be 0. You can see in the whole number line we start from 0. So 0 is the smallest whole number, but 1 is the smallest natural number. Okay, natural number start from 1, but whole number start from 0. From 0, if you start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. till infinite, then we will get all the whole numbers. So the smallest whole number is 0. How whole numbers are lies on the number line? You can see in every unit the distance must be same. You can see from 0 to 1 the distance, and A to B, this all distance, this all are unit. The all unit must be equal. You can see if you start from 0, the unit 1 OA is 1 unit, then 2 will be how much? 2 unit. There should be 2 units. See, 1 plus another 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. So OB is equal to 2. Then what should be OC? OC, there are how many units? 1, 2, 3. There are 3 units. If you plus 3 units together, then you will get 3 units. So in the whole number line, numbers lies according to this method. Now I will teach you the various property of whole numbers over addition. Over addition means when we add any 2 or more whole numbers together, then there we must apply some properties. Here I have mentioned some property. You can see commutative property, additive property of 0, closure property, and associative property. Mainly these 4 properties are applicable for in addition also, addition of whole number also, multiplication of whole number also, subtraction of whole number also and division of whole number also. First of all, I am going to show you this property over addition. Look at this question. Fill in the blanks using properties of whole number. You can see 192 plus, if I will add 425 with this number, then the result will obtain by adding these two numbers. It will be same as adding these two numbers together. If we add any two whole number in any order, their answer will not be, since this property of whole number is called commutative property. Now let's move to the next question. You can see 0 plus 125. If I will add these two numbers, I will get 25. Also, if I will add 125 plus 0, we will get the same answer. This property of whole numbers over addition is called additive property of 0. 0 is the strength for adding any two or more whole numbers together. So 0 will not change the answer of the addition in whole number. That property of whole number is called additive property of 0. And now look at this question. What I should put here to get this answer? What I should put here? When I will add this number and this number, I will get the result, this number itself. If I will add any two whole number, then the result will also be again a whole number. This property of whole number is called closure property. Now let us move to the next question. You can see here there are more than two numbers add together. You can see 4, 120 and 7. These three numbers we have to add together. For adding more than two whole numbers together, we use a property that is called associative property. In associative property, we can group any two numbers together. Here I have grouped 120 plus 7, but there I have grouped 4 plus 120. Then here what should be here? The number 7 will be there. You can see, if we add by grouping these two numbers, what result we will get? It will be same as if we add these two numbers together. After that we will add this, whatever we will get, this both result will be same. Result will not change. So this property of whole number is called associative property. Now look at this question. Add 148, 552 and 750. We have to add these three numbers. So we know that in addition of whole number, if there are more than two numbers, we have to use the associative property. So let us solve this answer. 148 plus 552 plus 750. So for adding these three numbers together, first of all we group any two number first. You can group any two number, you can group these two number also, and you can group these two number also. But I am going to add group these two number together, and we find their sum. What will be their sum? It will be 700. Okay. Plus I have to add the third number with this sum. Then we will get the answer. You can see 700 plus 750 will be 1450. This is our answer. Now I am going to teach you the properties of whole numbers when we multiply. You can see there are so many properties of whole number when we multiply any two or more whole numbers. You can see closure property, commutative property, multiplicative property of 0, multiplicative property of 1, and associative property. Look at this question. Fill in the blanks using properties of whole numbers. So you can see this question. 9 into 8 is equal to 72. When we multiply any two whole number, we get the result as a whole number. You can see when we multiply any two whole number, the result is again a whole number. You can see here also 0 is also whole number and 12 is also whole number. If you multiply these two whole number together, you will get result is also a whole number. You can see 0 is also a whole number. So these two property, you can see, is same, is closure property. When we multiply any two whole number, the result also we get a whole number. This property of whole number is called closure property. Now move to the next question. You can see here 4 into 2 is equal to 2 into 4. When we change their order in multiplication of whole number, the result is remain same. Next, move to this question. Look at here. 0 into 25 is equal to 25 into 0. And this property is multiplicative property of 0. You can see if we multiply 0 to any number, then we get the result as 0. You see 0 into 25 is also 0 and 25 into 0 is also 0. So this is the property of whole number, which is called multiplicative property of 0. So whenever you multiply 0 to any whole number, then you will get the result 0. Now move to the next question. You can see 215 into 1 is equal to 215. Again you can see this also 0 into 1 is equal to 0. You can see if you multiply 1 with any number, then we get the number as answer. You can see I multiply 1 with this number 215 and I get the answer number itself. You can see 250. If 1 is multiplied to any number, we get the answer as the number itself. You can see we get the number. You see here in this part we have multiplied 1 with 0. Then what I got answer? The number itself 0. You can see. So this property of whole numbers of multiplication is called multiplicative property of 1. Now let's move to the next question. Look at this. Here we are multiplying more than 2 numbers. How many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3. Here we are multiplying more than 2 numbers. Whenever we multiply more than 2 numbers, we have to group any 2 number first. If we group any 2 number, you can see if we group any 2 number, the result will remain same. Here I group these 2 number and after that I multiply by 6. The result I multiplied by 6. Then I got 120. And here I group these 2 number and the product I multiplied this number. Then I got 120. The result will not change. We can group any 2 number. So this property of whole number is called associative property. Now I am going to teach you a very important properties of whole number on multiplication. You can see these two questions. Question number 3. Find the product using properties of whole number. I have chosen these two questions. Question number 2, 2030 into 601, and this question number 3, 4385 into 290. So in this question I will apply distributive property of multiplication because I have to do multiplication. Distributive property of multiplications over addition. I have to distribute a number from both of these. You can see here. So here I am going to solve this problem. You can see 2030 into 600. How can I break? You can see it is easily break by 600 plus 1. You can see I can break this number 600 plus 1. This I have distributed this number over addition. You can see this is addition. This number I have distributed over what? Over addition. I have, if I will add these two numbers together again, I will get 601. 601. So I have distributed these two numbers. So now how we'll multiply these numbers? You can see whenever any two numbers are there inside a bracket, so how we multiply? By the number which is outside the bracket. You can see this number will multiply both of these two numbers. First of all, this number will multiply 600 first. Okay, that means we have to do 2030 into 600. Okay, then you group these two. Okay, I multiply 2030 by 600, and now I have to write this addition symbol here, and then again this number will multiply this number also. Whatever number will be here, this also will be multiplied by this number. 30 into 1. See, this middle plus addition symbol is came between product of these two. You see, it came, this add symbol came between these two products, this product and this product. You can see. So now what we will do, we will multiply these two numbers together, and again we will multiply these two numbers together. Afterward we will add them. You can see 1 2 1 8. Then I have to add 3 0 after this, plus, and what will be the product of these two numbers? Will be 2030. And now what will be the answer? Finally we have to add these two numbers together, then we will get the answer of the multiplication of these two numbers. So what will be the answer now? I will add it 0 3 0 0 2 2 1. So this is the answer for this question. Now let us move to the next question. We have to multiply these two numbers, but we have to use property of whole numbers. Simply if we multiply these two numbers, it will not work, because in the question asks us to apply properties of whole number. So to multiply these two numbers together, what property we can apply in this question? See, I am going to apply distributive property of multiplications over subtraction. In this question, how we can break this number? You can see here I am going to use the distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. You can see. So for that I will write the other number as it is, and I will break this number like this: 300 minus 10. 300 minus 10 is equal to how much? 290. So I break this number in this way. So we have to break it in suitable ways. So it is the suitable way of distributing of this number. So after breaking this, you see here came subtraction. That is why distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. Here came subtraction. When I distribute this number, here came what? Subtraction. That is why it is distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. But here when I distribute this number 601, you can see here came add. So that it is distributive property of multiplication over addition. So now we will follow the same method as we are following in these questions. You can see this number will multiply both of these. First this number will multiply this number. So I have to multiply these two numbers together. 300. Put them into a bracket so it will not confuse you. And then you have to write the sign of the two number which we have distributed. You see this one, subtract. And now this number again will multiply with the other number also. 4385 into 10. So you can see this is the way we have to multiply by using distributive property of subtraction. Now we'll multiply these two numbers. What will we get after multiplying these two numbers? 1315500 minus, I have to write this sign, and then if you multiply this number by 10, then I must put a 0 to the right side of this number, and then we have to subtract this number from this number to get the answer. So what will be the subtraction of these two numbers, difference of these two numbers? We will get answer 1271650. So this is the answer, and I hope you all have understood what is the distributive property of multiplication or addition. And if you break one number in this form, then it will call distributive property of multiplication over subtraction.